Ready to hit the pause button on your parenting fails? Ready to feel better about your parenting? Welcome to Parenting Pause, the podcast, where all of you is welcome. I'm Leslie Potter, the founder of the Pure Joy Way, a mother, a parent coach, and a fellow traveler on this journey to wake up in our parenting. And I believe together we can make this a better world for ourselves and our kiddos. We made it! 2020 is over and here we are in 2021. First, I just want to thank all of you for joining me for these little talks that I love to do. I love being able to share with you my insights and my experience in my parenting. And I support each of you to trust deeper and deeper into your experience, more into your knowledge. And knowledge is a wonderful thing, right? I have read so many parenting books and so many spiritual books and so many therapy books. And I love more knowledge. I'm always learning. I'm always growing. And yet, in my parenting, I found that I had to begin to trust my experiential knowing more than my thinking or my knowledge, because I was divided between my heart and my head. And my head, was telling me to do things that created such resistance in my parenting with my daughter. It felt like we were always divided and at odds. But my head kept telling me I needed to do certain things. It was my responsibility as a parent, and I had to, control her, and I knew what was best for her. All of these thoughts, but it was creating this big division between my heart and my head. Because my heart, when I was able to drop into it, could see that my daughter was not just resistant to be resistant. She wasn't defiant when she was happy and when I was at ease and when I was trusting my own knowing and my being, I was relaxed. She was resistant and defiant when I was stressed, when I was tight in my body, when I was living out of my knowledge more than my intuitive knowing. So I want to encourage you, because that's the beauty of this year coming, when all of our externals are tightening and they're falling away, or things that we depended on are falling away, and there may be a tendency to tighten, especially in your parenting. And you may notice that you want to get a little more controlling because you can't really control what's happening externally. Well, there is another option, and that option is one of relaxing, opening, showing up in the present moment with your child. And if you notice a lot of resistance, if you notice a lot of defiance, just ask yourself, am I parenting right in this moment from my knowledge and what I'm supposed to do and what all the experts have told me that I need to do? Or am I parenting from my heart? From my knowing that my child is distressed, if they're defiant and they're resisting, there's something in their interior landscape that's distressing. And most likely, it may have something to do with me and how I'm choosing to be with my child or to be with myself in this moment. Where am I parenting from? This is always what I ask when my daughter is in massive resistance or pushing back. I always check in and I go, where am I parenting from? And often I will find, I would say 9 times out of 10, I'll find that I'm parenting from my thoughts, from an agenda that I have. And I've forgotten to come back down into this amazing intuitive knowing and wisdom that I have in my heart that tells me, first and foremost, I need to meet my daughter in the vulnerability, in the heart. And it's hard, it's challenging, because many of us were not trained to meet in the intimacy of that vulnerability. It's much more comfortable to go to your concepts, to go to your knowledge, to go to the experts. There's plenty of experts out there that are going to tell you what to do to control your children, to get them to behave. Nothing wrong with that. If that's the path you're going down, great. But most likely you're here because something in that model for you doesn't allow you to have the relationship and the experience that you want to have with your child and in your parenting. And yet, it requires, if we're going to have that experience, it requires that we take responsibility for our being, our tightness or our openness, parenting from our head or parenting from our heart. So take this in this week and just notice when your child is resistant or they're defiant or they're saying no and they're giving you a hard time. Just take a pause and check into your body. Are you open? Are you available? Or are you tight? Are you intense in your own being and your need for control? And if you are, just offer kindness, but just see what it's like to just say, take that breath, and for that moment to open to the beautiful, loving energy of your heart for you, and then extend that to your beautiful children. Thank you for listening to this episode of Parenting Paused. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor and share it with your mama friends. You can also leave a review wherever you listen, which will support getting the Pure Joy message out. Come on over to the Pure Joy Parenting Practice Facebook page or join me on Instagram to hear more. And don't forget to download your free copy of the Safe Seat course on the Pure Joy website. And while there, check out the offerings page to go deeper in the Pure Joy work.